Hi darlings, what's up? If you are new to the channel, be welcome. In today's video I'm going to talk a little bit about the life of Anthony Hopkins, the Oscar winner of Best Actor of 2020, in his category. On behalf of the channel, I hereby congratulate you. British artist, giant of interpretation, became the oldest to receive a prize in the main category. It was the perfect corollary to a career full of highlights, failures and a played personal life. When Anthony Hopkins, Port Talbot, Wales, 1937, celebrated his 45th birthday without drinking alcohol in December 2020, the revelation surprised his followers. His public image is that of an actor of maximum prestige in theatre and cinema, a gentle gentleman from the British Empire and, for some years now. The truth is that Hopkins, who at 83 broke the age record for winning the Best Actor Oscar award for My Father, has on several occasions narrated his struggle against alcoholism, depression and tantrums, and the remorse for having abandoned a newborn daughter, and his hatred of Shakespeare and everything British. I remember the first day of school with that smell of spoiled milk, straws and damp coats. Teachers, colleagues and his parents repeated that he was too stupid for any job. He never had any friends and spent his afternoons drawing or playing the piano. Sometimes I didn't even go to the birthday party itself. I felt like the stupidest in the class. Maybe I had learning problems, but the fact is, I couldn't understand anything. My childhood was useless and entirely confused. Everyone ridiculed me, he told the New York Times. In just a few years he achieved the maximum prestige that any British actor aspires to star in works of the National Theatre. And when he laid the cast of the most important of all, Macbeth, he left in the middle of the season to shoot a film in Hollywood. The theatre does not fit my personality or my temperament. I never had fun. British theatre is very academic and I have always been a bad student. I don't like authority. I suffered enough abuse as a child. I remember that Katharine Hepburn, during the shooting of my first film, The Lion in Winter, told me, "We are in the middle of January in the south of France and winning for it. This is the best life, don't let go of it." She would say at Vanity Fair. In 1968, he left his first wife, with whom he had a 4-month-old baby, because he realized he was too selfish to raise a family. In an interview with The Guardian, he said he came from a generation where men were men. And the downside of that is that we don't get along with receiving love or giving it. We don't understand. Despite an attempt at rapprochement in the 1990s, Hopkins never had a relationship with his daughter, and today he doesn't even know if he has grandchildren. During the 70s, he gained a certain reputation as a temperamental actor. He suffered tantrums during the filming, even went out on the arm with the directors, or disappeared without giving any explanations. Years later, he himself would admit that, as he did not want to drink during the workday, his aggression surfaced because he was always together. On December 29, 1975, he woke up at a Phoenix motel without having a clue how he got there. He never drank again. I admitted that I was afraid, which gave me wonderful freedom. I felt insecure, paranoid, terrified. I feared that it was useless, that I didn't fit anywhere, he confessed to The New Yorker. In 1981, when he had already won 2 Emmys, his father died. In his last hours, Anthony took the opportunity to tell him that he loved him. It was the first time he had said that to anyone in his life, but he only dared to kiss him after he died. When I collected your belongings, I found a map of the United States. I always wanted to go there. He died without going, Hopkins would regret. The doctor informed him that the man's heart had swelled from years and years of effort. When I think about how my parents enslaved their whole lives in a bakery turn and misery, it was all too easy for me. Despite the success of Magic, The Elephant Man and Rebellion on the High Seas, his Hollywood career did not take off, and he had to return to London. That part of my life is over, it's a closed chapter. I suppose I will have to settle for being a respectable actor in the theatre and doing respectable work on the BBC for the rest of my life, he declared at the time. Days later, his American agent called him. Hackman had refused the role of Hannibal Lecter, and he was the second option. In 1993, Hopkins had an adventure with an ex-girlfriend of Sylvester Stallone whom he met at Alcoholics Anonymous, and his wife moved to London. Jenny doesn't understand. I love being in Los Angeles. It's Mickey Mouse Land. You have so much money. close to turning 70, he began to dream of Wales every night and decided to visit his country more often. At the time he also directed a film, Slipstream, A Dream Within a Dream, which satirized Hollywood. Hopkins confessed that, after reaching the top, he discovered only that there was nothing up there. Forgot Saka, I should be in Port Talbot. Either dead or working at my father's bakery, he reflected. The greatest relief in his maturity was a diagnosis of mild Asperger's, a condition on the functional spectrum of autism that affects social interactions. This discovery, he explains, helped him better understand himself and explain why he spent his life wanting to be alone. The actor claims he has never been happier than after he turned 75. So much so that he even got a friend, who is also an actor, Ian McKellen, with whom he worked on the film The Faithful Chamberlain, from the BBC, in 2015. The experience stimulated him to return to Shakespeare, also with the BBC, in King Lear. And while filming, he finally understood why so many people like Shakespeare. This was a short summary of the life of this great warrior. If you like the content, share and subscribe to the channel in order to receive the latest news from the channel. Thank you very much. God bless you.